It's cold again. We're in the car again. It's Friday the 13th. Oh. That's a stupid thing here in the United States because of a movie that was made, I guess it was in the 80s. Friday the 13th, Freddy coming out and get you. And some people still freak out about that kind of stuff. So we'll ask about that. You got a fire truck going on. That's kind of odd for here. And there we go. Got our poll started for the day. Got my cup of coffee. Had a pleasant little drive to work today. All is well so far. Wait for a few people to join in. We'll get talking about some stuff. Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, keeping up with the episodes. We're on number 66. That's awesome. It's Friday. I'm really thankful for you guys that continue to watch and watch this after it's done as well. It means a lot to me. I really like it. The channel's growing, so I'm excited about that too. And it's a journey, and you guys are on the journey with me, so it's really cool. I'm glad you're here. But it is Friday the 13th, and some people freak out about that for some reason because of a movie back in the 80s. But we've been talking about some interesting stuff this week. We talked about conspiracy theories, and we talked about a few other items, and today I thought we'd talk more about health. So there's a bunch of stuff going on in the news recently, mainly with that CEO getting shot and killed in New York. Some people believe they didn't catch the right person. One thing I saw in there is that the guy that they actually did catch had the guy that did catch him allegedly shot the CEO. In the surveillance footage, his eyebrow was like mine, apart. But this new guy that they caught, his eyebrow is like almost a unibrow. So unless he can grow eyebrows really fast, it's kind of a question whether or not they caught the right guy or not. Maybe they just needed to catch somebody. I don't know. It just seems odd. Or maybe the surveillance video was wrong, or the guy that caught is the wrong guy. I mean, there's your conspiracy theory for that. Hi, Violetta. So, but it is wild. And then the people are coming out and up in arms about, this is a wake-up call for the healthcare system, and how it's a racket, and it robs people of benefits. And like any insurance company, in my opinion, it's only out for the bottom dollar. They don't really care if you're taken care of or not. As long as you pay your monthly bill, they're going to find ways to get out of it. And that's with car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, any little loophole, and they're going to deny payment, right? So, yeah, it's kind of wild. And then you got Robert, the Kennedy guy that's going to be nominated for director of health and stuff like that. He's an anti-vaxxer, and which that kind of boggles my mind a little bit. Let's not see the news or the post about it online. I don't know. Some people just don't want to talk about it, but I don't know. Maybe they're afraid they're going to be followed by Big Brother is going to watch them, The government's watching them. I don't want to talk about it. But he's an anti-vaxxer, and they're going to put him in charge of health, which to me is kind of crazy. It is crazy. It's not kind of crazy. It is. That's my opinion. Is absolutely absurd. I mean, if we didn't have vaccines, we'd still have polio and measles and mumps and stuff like that. It's just vaccines work, and it's It's bizarre that somebody would be in charge of healthcare and not believe in vaccines. It just seems weird to me. Hey, no problem, wonderful. I'd like to talk about stuff. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Whew. But I got my coffee, so we can talk about it. Feel free to ask me some questions inside the chat there. Hey, Akai. Is Akai Keho? But I have, I pay health insurance like most people do through my work. I don't use it that much. I'm pretty healthy. So, yeah, I'm at work. I just, it's cold out, so I'm in the car again. I've never really had to use insurance much as for myself. I used it for the kids and stuff like that. You get ear infections and snotty noses and whatever else, and But it seems like kids get a lot sicker now than I don't remember getting that sick when I was a kid. I don't know how my parents did it. I mean, I went to the doctor a few times when needed, but it just seems like health insurance and everything is so difficult. That it discourages people from even going, or they don't have it, so they're just kind of taking a chance living their life without insurance, because otherwise, if you did get hurt and you don't have insurance, financially you're screwed, unless you don't care about paying your bills. You could just ignore it, I wonder if the other CEOs of these other giant health insurance companies are scared. I think there was a story of one of them. I can't remember which insurance company that canceled a couple of trips because he didn't want to get shot, But a thing like that is, it's the odds of they're just knocking out every CEO of health. I don't think that's gonna happen. That'd be, stranger things have happened. But oh, you're in bed, you lucky dog. Yep. I get up pretty early. I'm a morning person. Get up and feed the cats and the dog and then hit the road to work. It's just as the day progresses, I start going downhill. Tired and aggravated and things like that. Brandy's got to work a 12-hour shift. I never could do those 12-hour shift things. Man, that's brutal. I had to do that. Kind of was that way when I was deployed in the service, but that was different. I don't know. You had more purpose. It seemed like you had more purpose to be out there for 24 hours or whatever versus working for a company that assembly line or something like that for 12 hours. You're always on high alert. You're heightened every time. It was totally different. The longest I had to stay awake while deployed was 36 hours straight, and that was pretty rough. It was absolutely no sleep for 36 hours of any kind. And I totally crashed afterwards. I finally got where I could go to lay down. And I slept for like 12, 14 hours or something like that. Hey, Sprout. This is just casual talk over a cup of coffee. No real agenda. We might hit a topic or two. Our conversations tend to veer in different directions as the stream goes on. It only lasts about 30 to 40 minutes. So, yeah. Oh, Leo! I was worried about Leo. Everybody say hi to Leo. He hadn't been here in a few days. I sent him a text message. He didn't answer me. Whatever. I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, we're talking about healthcare and insurance and that CEO that got shot. United Healthcare. I didn't realize United Healthcare was the biggest insurance company in the United States. But, kind of sad the guy had to die for me to learn that. I didn't have any interest in it before. That's dark and twisted. But it is a racket. These big corporations and health insurance companies and stuff like that, they lobby different people in Congress to pass laws and things like that, and legislation, and to benefit companies like them. And it's not just health insurance. Um, oh, your mom's not doing good? I'm sorry, Leo. I hope everything's okay. I hope she's okay. I understand you not being here. I'm not giving you a hard time. I was genuinely concerned about you because always on here all the time. So, I'm glad to see you're on here, and I hope your mother's going to be doing well soon. I hope she's got good insurance. So, Oh, we got somebody with Russell's got a big thing here on the chat. It says, we're on the same plane of existence, and the space is fake, and the realm is made for us. He's one of those people that believes we're in a simulation. Oh, Ramesh. Hey, Ramesh, how's it going? We're doing pretty good. We're being critical of health insurance companies. Not a simulation? Okay. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. It's reality. I'd rather be in a simulation than reality sometimes. I'll tell you that for sure. Reality kind of sucks sometimes. Wesley's here. Your in-laws are coming in, and it's Friday the 13th. That's like a double whammy for you. And there's a full moon. And there's also a meteor shower that's going on, I think tonight and tomorrow night as well. But they were saying that you won't be able to see it very good because there is a full moon. So, yeah, I tried to do the live stream of the meteor shower back in August, but my camera, it just was a black screen. You couldn't see anything. I had a crappy camera, so that was a big fail. Fruitcake is your favorite food? Well, if you tell enough people that you love fruitcake, Sprout, and they'll be happy to send that to you, I'm sure, if anybody even gives that away anymore. What's the point in life? I don't even know that either, Russell. Full moon fever. I see your messages, Ramesh. I'm just trying to roll with the chat and the conversation. But, yeah, the meteor shower would be kind of cool. It's supposed to be like a amber-looking meteor shower, which is kind of, I wonder what kind of mineral that is that's coming through the atmosphere to make that yellow streak of a meteor shower at this time of year. Somebody needs to look that up. What's my favorite food? I like cheeseburgers. Good cheeseburgers, always good to me. And they're readily available everywhere. Yeah, it's been quite, got a few chatterboxes on here this morning. That's great. Keep the conversation going. I see you, Ramesh. It's Pizza Friday. See how we get pizza at work today. Just a little thing I do here at the office. There's only a couple of us here. Sometimes there's 3 of us here. I'll get a small pizza. I don't eat a whole lot, and she doesn't either. So, yeah, we'll do Pizza Fridays. There's a nice little place up the road, like I said last week. It's pretty good. Pizza doesn't pay the bills. No, but it's good to eat. It's good to eat. I like pizza. I like veggie pizza. I do like the veggie pizza. I used to like Meat Lovers and all that stuff, but it's so greasy. And it laid so heavy in my stomach. But a veggie pizza has a lot of flavor, and it doesn't weigh me down, if that makes sense, you know? No more pizza payments. Try to pay the electric bill of pizzas. You don't even get a discount. Everything's done online. You can't even go to the office and pay your electric bill now. You got to mail it in or go onto the website. So yeah, Sprout's a chef. That's kind of cool. Brandy's busy this morning. The Supreme Pizza used to be my favorite too, because it had a little bit of everything on there. But I haven't been eating as much meat as I used to, so I like the veggie pizza. You know, it's good stuff. And then when you get Supreme, they want to charge you extra. There's Tow Truck Guy. He's early today, 7:30. Macaroni and cheese pizza? Never had that. I know people get freaked out if there's pineapple on pizza. That'd be. I don't have anything against pineapple on pizza. I think it's actually pretty good too. I will say this: I do not want to live the life Brandy is living right now. That she's got way too much going on all the time. White sauce and chicken and jalapenos. Huh. I don't have any access to New York style pizza here in Athens, Georgia. I'm missing out. I guess I got to go to New York and get a real pizza slice, right? You would freak out if you saw pineapple on pizza. When you like chunk it. Get that out of here. Hey, Michael, how's it going? I've never had anchovies on pizza. But you know, I don't think I've ever eaten anchovies. Well, I can't say that I have eaten anchovies. If you had Caesar dressing, you've had anchovies, surprisingly or not. And Worcestershire sauce. Oh, yeah. Happy holidays from Nick. Leo's going to disown me. I was in Chicago for one day, went to the Willis Tower, and that was kind of cool. But I did not have time to go to like a pizza place in Chicago. I missed out on that opportunity. To go to like a famous, if you will, pizza place in Chicago. That would have been cool to do. I didn't have enough time. We were just kind of passing through, and yeah, only 1 hour left of Friday the 13th in South Australia. Well, you made it, buddy. You survived. Oh, that would in Australia. I'd like to go visit Australia too. That'd be kind of cool. Just to see the toilets flush the other direction. And go counterclockwise in Australia. No, I don't know. I mean, yeah, go see Australia. I wouldn't want to go to the big city. I'd want to go out to some small town and visit the people, you know. No, Australia is actually warm right now. They're in the southern hemisphere, so when we're cold, they're hot. Yeah. Pretty cool. Then the health insurance guy. I wonder if, and then he back on the CEO killing guy, the whatever his name is, Luigi Mario, whatever his name is. 3D printed his gun, evidently, and they called it a ghost gun. So if you 3D print a gun, they call it a ghost gun. It doesn't spin at all, Rob. It just goes, it just absorbs it, sucks it straight down. It's not a random question. I take my coffee straight black. I don't put anything in it. I used to do those cappuccinos and macchiato, all that other crazy garbage. But, nah, just straight black. If there's no serial number, that's why they call it a ghost gun. That makes sense. I remember seeing the video when he's shooting the guy. He had to keep chambering the rounds because it wouldn't automatically chamber. And he hesitated, so he did like one shot and he couldn't do another one, so he had to chamber the next round. Nick and Will wants to do 10,000 uses as a new travel blogger. You could do that, man. Some people like to follow that kind of stuff. Traveling. What was that thing that people were doing? Van life, living out of their vans and traveling around like hippies. Living in like, it'd be like me living in this car and just traveling all over the world. You need 10,000 US dollars. Oh, you need more than that. Mamma mia. Ice Boy. Yeah, okay. Why do you keep, some people keep changing their name on here? It's confusing enough already. Caramel in her coffee. Yeah, some people like that. Rachel, she just likes half and half in her coffee. Then you got people who go to like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and they get 15, 20 things in their coffee. It's not even coffee anymore. All the stuff they put in there's like a little drop of coffee. And the rest of it's add this and add that. What is the non-English language written on that warning label? Probably Chinese. I don't know. I'm not sure which one. Oh, this right here. Oh, that's Spanish. Yeah, you always got English and Spanish and American stuff. So, I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about a coffee mug. I'm like, what are you talking about there? No, it's Spanish. You'll see that on food products and other stuff too. It'll be in English and Spanish. I like Javalia, and I do K cups, which is kind of cheating in a way. I feel like I'm cheating when I use K cups for my coffee, but it's just convenient when I'm at work. I mean, Rachel and I have a grinder and coffee beans and the whole 9 yards at home, but just not at work, you know. The Georgia Guidestones, they tore those things down. The Georgia Guidestones a couple years ago. I took Rachel to see it 5, 6 years ago. And then a couple years after that, somebody bombed it, like put a pipe bomb on it and busted it up. And then, and I think it was 2022, they went in there with an excavator and actually tore it completely down. And it's no longer there. No more Georgia Guidestones. It was kind of odd. I mean, it wasn't hurting anybody. It was just some stones with some writing on there about somebody's belief. And then they went in there and had to blow it up and tear it down. Which I always thought was kind of strange, you know. If the Georgia Guidestones bothered you that much that you had to put a pipe bomb on it, what's to keep you from pipe bombing other religious and organizations and stuff that have sayings on the front of them? You'd be just going around blowing stuff up all the time if that was the case. I think the mystery behind the Georgia Guidestones and people not knowing who actually put them up and it was anonymous, who maintained it and paid the taxes for the land and all that kind of stuff. Nobody really knew who was in charge of it, and the mystery behind that was, I guess, threatening to them. So I don't know. Black Rifle coffee. Yeah, that's super strong. I've had it before. A friend of mine brought me some, and it's super strong coffee. But it's good. It really is good. It's okay. I don't really celebrate the holidays like that. No trees, no presents, no lights. And I really don't like Christmas music. So, if it's for you, great. It's just not for me. So, yeah, pipe bombers need some. It didn't take out the granite stones on the Georgia Guidestones. It just damaged them. And it raised a lot of controversy and attention towards it. I'm not sure why they didn't try to repair it, but they tore it down. There's video of the excavator just, breaking the stones down. But kind of messed up. Like I said, it wasn't hurting anybody. It was so far off the beaten path. You had to drive down this side road for miles and miles to get to it. It wasn't like it was on the side of the interstate or in the middle of the city where everybody had to look at it all the time. The Illuminati. Well, there's a story about the Illuminati being underground at the Colorado airport. One of the conspiracy theories we were talking about yesterday, that they believe the Illuminati's headquarters is underground at the Colorado airport. How stupid is that? It may be, I don't know, but it just sounds bizarre to me. The so-called Illuminati wants to hide in tunnels. That's you want to hear some. If you want to hear some crazy stuff that's gone on in history here in the United States, there's this audiobook called Raven Rock. Raven like the bird, Raven Rock. And it talks about the development of nuclear weapons since World War II and how the United States developed them, maintained them, controlled them, and all the things they did during the Cold War to prepare for nuclear holocaust and all this other stuff, and all these giant underground bunkers they were making across the country, and these missile silos and stuff, and it's kind of wild. And a lot of it still exists and is still ready for action to this day. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Raven Rock. You should listen to that on your radio driving back and forth to work. Thanks, Samuel. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday at this time of day. Sometimes I'll stream on the weekends. But it's just a Monday through Friday, 30 to 40 minute chat over a cup of coffee. So yeah. And then that makes me think of that missile silo that's for sale out in, was it Oklahoma? Yeah, you can own a missile silo today for $1.5 million. It's remodeled. It's clean. There's no missile in it. So, yeah. Yeah, bomb shelters. I've never been into like the 60s style bomb shelter in your backyard underground type thing. You've seen videos and footage of them and pictures. They look wild. That'd be kind of cool. They exist. I mean, it was a popular thing. People were selling them, and people were buying them to have put in their yard because they thought Russia was going to bomb everybody, and they'd have to have a stockpile of food and stuff. People do that today. Doomsday preppers. They have all this stuff stockpiled in their, in their yard or underground or in their house or, the side of some hill. It's gonna happen. I got plenty of eggs and flour. I'll be all right. You guys are gonna suffer. Should have took my word on it. Get everything put together. That's wild. I need to look that up to see if the price went up on that missile silo. That was last year. Now prices for real estate have really skyrocketed. So yeah, may not be 1.5, maybe $2.5 million for that missile silo for sale now. And it has the spiral staircases and the different compartments and rooms going down underground. It's kind of wild. You should look it up. Google missile silo for sale, and you'll find it. You don't have underground basements in Australia? Yeah, that was the thing. You don't see that a lot of new construction either now. They don't do basements anymore. I think, one of the reasons basements were so common before is because it's cool under there. If your basement's built correctly and dug out of the ground correctly, and you got the house on top of it and all that good stuff, it stayed a constant cool temperature, and you could keep food down there and it wouldn't spoil, or wine or other type things, and it was like a refrigerator before refrigerators. So, you'd have cellars and basements for that purpose, to preserve and maintain stuff at a constant temperature. Now, it wasn't like cold, but it was cool enough to make things last a little bit longer. So, yeah. I'm in Georgia. So, yeah, there's a lot of historical sites around here as far as like old southern buildings and towns and things like that. Yeah, I haven't really explored them. I grew up in Tennessee, where you've seen a lot of that stuff as well. So I kind of like been there, done that. Yeah. How many toilet streamers do we have, Wesley? How many toilet watchers we got going on? Wesley's mind wanders more than mine. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about that, but I'm glad you brought that as a topic of conversation, Wesley. Good job. I think today's going to be a good day. It's been really busy here at the post office with the holiday season and stuff. Everybody's shipping packages to their loved ones and gifts and stuff. It's still kind of, I don't know why people just don't order stuff and have it shipped to your loved ones with a note on it. You would save money that way. You could just order on Amazon. They'll gift wrap it for you, put a note on it. I don't think it even costs anything, really. Like a couple of bucks. And then you can have it shipped straight to them, and you don't even have to touch it or mess with it. Yeah, country music in Georgia and rap music in Atlanta. You're back from the gym, Istanbul? Man, that was quick. Hope your workout went well. Yeah, Atlanta does have a lot of, Georgia's not really country. I mean, there is a bunch of country music in Georgia, don't get me wrong. But Tennessee is more country music than Georgia. And rap music is more prevalent out here in the rural area than you'd realize. People riding around blasting it in their cars and stuff like that all the time still. So yeah, I mean, there's good diversity of music being played in people's cars and stuff. Radio stations, there are a few country stations and a few rap stations. It's a good mix. So if you were just dialing in your FM radio in your car, you'd have a decent variety of radio stations to choose from. It wouldn't just all be rap or all be country. But Nashville, that's going to be country station after country station. That's like the headquarters of country music. So yeah. The Crescent Hotel. I've never heard of the Crescent Hotel, Samuel. It's not a historical site? Huh. The Crescent Hotel. No, I have not. You're higher than a Georgia pipeline? Or a Georgia pine? Like I said, I've never been to Texas before, so I don't know. I gotta look up Crescent Hotel. I got the other phone going on here. Let's see what this Crescent Hotel is. Crescent Hotel and Spas in Arkansas. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. You'd have to specify a little bit better. You got a lot of different music in Australia. I like 90s alternative music. That's my favorite. And it's a haunted hotel in a real play. It's in Arkansas. Okay. Boop. It looks kind of like the Biltmore from the pictures. Wow, that's a cool looking place. From 1886. That's a old place there. Check that out. Crescent Hotel. Yeah, that would be kind of creepy to stay at. That black and white photo looks creepy as hell. Look at that. It's like some horror story or something. Some witch is going to be living in there. Vampires and stuff like that. It does look like the Biltmore, though, in a way. Being just big like that, you know? It doesn't have the courtyard and stuff like the Biltmore. But that's interesting. In Arkansas. Huh. I did not know. We learn something new all the time, right? All hotels are kind of creepy. And the idea of a hotel is kind of creepy in itself if you think about it. You know? You're willing and happy to pay for a room that thousands of other people have slept in and done who knows what in there. And you just jog in there, plop on the bed, sit on the chair, and start looking at stuff. You're like, hey. Some people, if you think about it, all the different stuff people have done in hotel rooms, and they don't wash all the comforters like every day. They'll wash the sheets, they'll change those out, but like the comforters and stuff, that's the same. Unless they can like visibly see something on it, then they'll wash it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I stayed in hotels too, but I don't travel a lot, so I don't know. I worked at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Georgia for a few years, and they don't wash the comforters there. And that's a fancy hotel. They don't wash the comforters every time. They'll change the sheets out, but you see the guy who videos who cooks meals in hotel bathrooms. I have not, Rob. You watch way weirder stuff than I do. I don't know how you come across this kind of stuff. Oh, here's his sink. Wesley and Rob know. I don't know. The guy, my email is coffeewithmalcolm@gmail.com. It's in the description. Send me a link to these videos. I want to see them, Rob. Hit me up with some knowledge there. Some people died in that hotel. Huh. Got some history. Got to look up this Crescent Hotel and the mystery guy in there causing problems. Makes you want. I stayed at a hotel one time in Augusta, and it was a cheap hotel. And I went to bed. I'm laying there. Something was on me. I was like, what is this? And it kept crawling on me. I was like, what the hell? I turned the light on, got up, and there were ants all over the pillow. I mean, thousands of ants. And in Georgia, they're fire ants. So I had fire ants all over my head and on this pillow, and I was freaking out. I took a video of it. It's an old video on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. I can't remember what it's titled. But, yeah, there was just ants crawling all over the pillow in the bed. And I'm like, what the hell, man? So I went to the front desk, and I was like, there's ants in my room. He's like, okay, we'll check it tomorrow. I was like, no, there's ants in my room. You need to come look at it now. And brain is old school and Amish. I'll have to look it up. But I kept arguing with the guy at the front desk. There were ants on my bed. And I was adamant. I was like, there's ants on my bed. I need another room. You got to switch rooms with me or something like that. He's like, no, we'll check it tomorrow. I'm like, no. And finally he went in there and he saw it. He's like, oh, he started looking around. He's like, we'll get you another room. Get you another room. It's like, this is ridiculous. Worst hotel stay I ever had. I gave him horrible reviews on Google and everything. Blasted him with a video. Don't do it. You'll be disgusted by the guy's videos. He prepares food in the sink in the bathtub. It reminds me of the Seinfeld episode when Kramer put a garbage disposal in his shower. He was making food while he was showering. Oh, that's a classic episode of Seinfeld. When he starts washing lettuce and stuff in the shower, and and it clogs his drain, so he has a garbage disposal installed on the drain of the shower. That's just hilarious. Hey, is that a hoodisme? Some of the names on here. How's it going, whoever you are? We're about to wrap it up, though. I got to go inside here in a minute. I thank you guys for joining me. I hope you've liked and subscribed to the channel. I've got a bunch of videos. I'm trying to grow this thing up a little bit, get some stuff going on this channel. I got some ideas for the future. I'm open to ideas for topics of conversation as well. So if you want to, aside from Wesley, who can't do emails, send me an email, coffeewithmalcolm@gmail.com. Shoot me some ideas. Maybe we can talk about some stuff. I'd like to get some people on here to do a split screen. Maybe Rob from Australia will do a split screen with me one day. Get to listen to his Australian accent. That'd be kind of cool. But like, subscribe. If you can play these videos in the background while you're at work on a computer or something like that to help boost my hours, that'd be awesome too. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I got to go. Like I said, I'm at work and I got to get inside and start actually working. It's almost time to open up. I hope you had a good day or going to have a good day, and enjoy your coffee, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.